William, use your demons. Don't let them use you.
So you've killed somebody. Relax. Just need to know how to get rid of a body.
Hello, Willie.
Destroy all neighbors. Well, it's January. You know what that means. There aren't that many interesting films out in theaters that I haven't seen already, so off to Shudder I go. January is typically where a bunch of movie studios dump films they don't think are going to do very well. I don't know why, that's just the case. Look at Night Swim. No, I'm not going to watch that anytime soon. Maybe later this year. I don't know. I heard it's like a Goosebumps episode turned into a full movie, and I'm sorry. No. Anyway, so I went to Shudder, where I found this strange, campy-looking horror comedy that was an independent project that I strangely can't find a lot of info surrounding, outside of interviews with Alex Winters. Yeah, Bill S. Preston from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is in this. Hard to tell with the amount of makeup on him, but yeah. This film also revels in the practical effects and the makeup designs, if that wasn't obvious from the trailers in the get-go. It's by no means a gore fest though, but it does get pretty creative at times. Let me explain. Destroy All Neighbors follows a struggling prog-rock musician in a shitty apartment with his girlfriend struggling with work, writing his album, shitty neighbors, and remembering to do things that she asks him to. When a new obnoxious neighbor arrives next door, musician William ends up butting heads with him and accidentally killing him, leading to William continually killing more and more neighbors while being haunted by their corpses and still struggling to make his album, do his job, and make ends meet with his girlfriend. The film is, again, pretty creative with its visuals, offering a good amount of interesting colors and strange angles. It feels like it'd be right at home in a Creepshow episode that way. Also a wonderful show if you haven't seen it yet. Some hits, some misses there, but overall a very nice style. The practical effects in this film work wonders too, along with some stuff that's wildly creative, like a limbless torso using its entrails to play the drums, for example, while others kind of fall apart. Like at several points, Winter's decapitated head sits in one position talking to William, and it's clear the showrunners just had Winter sit in a box or something with his head poking out and makeup around the edge. It's an easy trick to pull off. That's not bad, but it's just kinda It's something that you've seen time and time again. I feel like it could have been a little bit more creative there. The acting is pretty strong in this, I will give the film that credit, mostly from Jonah Ray as William, who you might recognize as the previous forerunner to Mystery Science Theater 3000 on Netflix. Seems he's lost some weight since then, so good on him. That's cool. The focus for most of the action of the movie is on him and Alex Winter as his neighbor and, I guess, reanimated corpse Vlad. They have good chemistry and some fun lines shared between them both, and it's just great to watch Jonah slowly go insane from hallucinating corpses following him around, and just his general argumentative nature with other people in the area, including a few interesting cameos. Alex Winters in this does have some issues with Vlad though, which mostly seem to be an issue with the makeup. While the makeup in general does look good, it's way too thick and it clearly muffles some of Winters' speech. And he speaks with an accent throughout the film as well, which is a very odd choice, but I get it with the character's name being Vlad. There's also this strange backstory given to him that is never really explored. It's just mentioned and there, which I don't know. I feel like that could have been leaned into a bit more. But back to the makeup, again, yeah, it's just way too much. He has these hairy hand gloves that he wears that just seem way too thick. He's got these giant sausage fingers when he's using his hands a lot, which just looks odd. I feel like you could have just put extra hair on his actual hands. I don't know why he needs these thick-ass gloves. The nose on Vlad also looks too big. The whole look in general just comes off as really, really fake when you have to look at it for the entire movie. There's just so much added onto it that you can't even tell it's Winters, which is kind of annoying. Otherwise, other various prosthetics and puppets in this look really cool, while others look kind of meh. One is obviously a prop jacket a character wears, and another has a weird face piece that looks way too thick to be natural, but then again, I think they're supposed to be hallucinations for the most part, so maybe that's the point. Mostly the movie is wildly creative and pretty funny to watch, with these guys interacting off of each other from arguing to being like smoke buddies to just jamming out to some prog rock that's going on. That's fun. The story though here is really lacking, unfortunately. You can tell the lesson Williams needs to learn right off of the start, and the relationship with him and his girlfriend feels very fake, and Williams in general just isn't really all that likable. He comes off kind of as a pretentious jerk who sort of deserves everything happening to him, despite him being like, oh, I don't know what's going on, and going kind of insane from everything. The title even seems weird. Destroy all neighbors sure is easy to do when there are only like 3 neighbors. Here I am expecting like a bloody rampage down a suburban block like with Psycho Gorman, but this is a very different movie, so I don't know. It's just weird writing here that seems a little pretentious. I get Williams is supposed to be a pretentious writer who can't finish his album and is really only focused on that and nothing else. Again, the message here is obvious, but it's still not fun. I want to see him learn and grow, and that doesn't really happen until the very end of the climax. Something got lost in translation here. Again, probably due to this film having 3 writers for whatever reason. From Mike Benner, whose claim to fame was writing some early Bob's Burgers episodes, to Charles Piper, who directed shorts before this, to finally Jared Logan, who seems to have come from James Corden's team for writing Carpool Karaoke and the 60th annual Grammy Awards for some reason. Okay, weird bag there. I think something definitely got mixed up here story-wise. Everything is just way too obvious, and there's just not nearly enough nuance or interesting stuff going on. But a few small encounters here and there between Williams and other somewhat interesting people. I think the director, Josh Forbes, did an overall decent job here. As well, he hasn't done anything outside of shorts and the sequel to Contracted from 2015, which, eesh, that is not a good movie. Contracted's good. Part 2, not so much. I want to like this movie a lot more. In the end, I'm coming off this film rather conflicted. I want to like it a lot more than I do, but in the end, it's just kind of okay. It's not bad, and the creativity and practical effects are fun and on point for the most part, but the story is woefully mid, and the whole center around prog rock feels terribly niche for a film where that is the focus. I'm not sure here. To make it better, I'd lean a bit more into the gore and creativity. There's just not enough gore in this. And have more neighbors to kill. Only 3 is ridiculous. Give me some more death. Give me some more neighbors. If you're gonna destroy all of them, you need a sizable amount. Otherwise, this is just, I don't know, destroy tenants in a small building. Slasher Part 3 did that better, and that was not a good season, so I don't know. I think this movie really just needed to go all out. I found it was inspired by Evil Dead 2, but it just never gets as all-out wacky as that movie can get. The cabin scene with the laughing lamp is not this movie. For that, I can't really give this film any score particularly high, so after taking everything into consideration here, Destroy All Neighbors gets a 6.5 out of 10 from me. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around for another one. This one is pretty short. I just didn't have a lot to say about this, and that's a shame. These kind of movies tend to revel in the creativity and lean into the practical effects more and more. I mentioned Psycho Gorman, which whole thing was practical effects and an insane amount of gore. The child actors were kind of a part of it as well, and it leaning more into like a Saturday morning cartoon type thing with like Power Rangers type suits and stuff, and that's not what you get here. You get a lot more practical monster-esque things like reanimated corpses and skeleton puppets and things like that. It looks more like something from, say, that indie movie The Void, but is still a comedy-centered focus. They're just isn't any good stakes here, and the characters just are okay. They're not really that interesting. I don't care if Williams makes his album. I don't care if he and his girlfriend stay together. I don't give a damn about these characters. They're not interesting outside of, ooh, landlady is clearly into prog rock and Williams doesn't care, and this dude has pigs as service animals, I guess, and that's it. That's it. I feel like there's such a better story that could have been explored here, and we just didn't get it. So I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at that. What did you guys think? Did you check this out? Did you see something similar? Do you like kind of like these prog rock stoner horror comedy type things? I feel like it's a stoner movie, but there's no weed in it, so I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. After that, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, ring that bell so you don't miss a video, and yeah, that's it. Have a great day, and if you're not, have a better one. See ya.
I'm just a ghost in your stereo, the fading memory of a shipwreck in the undertow. You're just a lost song on your own, and I'm just a ghost in your stereo.